What's going on, traders? They're setting off the big stuff, coin. It sounds like you guys had a fun weekend. I don't know if you got any sleep, but good to be back with you guys. Been way too long. Way too long. Since last Thursday. Feels like forever. Forever been without the fellas. Yeah, you guys probably thought you were in Disney World for a second. Now, come on, snap out of it. This is my backyard. I'm not in Disney World. All right, guys, let's see how the market's doing this morning. We are gapping up strong. SPY's right now at 317. What's going on this morning? Everything pointing to a strong advance at Monday's open, looking to build on last week's momentum, which propelled the NASDAQ to another record high. Dow, NASDAQ, S&P all up. Wall Street powered forward despite the surge in the daily coronavirus cases around the world. So market's doing really well this weekend, guys. Didn't do a lot of fireworks myself this weekend, fellas, but I certainly heard them. Same with you guys. Certainly heard them. People complaining all weekend, essentially, because fireworks have been going off all night. It is what it is. Hey, personally, I'd rather people be going nuts with the fireworks than all the looting and rioting. All right, guys, for those of you new in here this morning, gap up watch list, top left, gap down watch list, bear scan watch list. These are overbought conditions. Coin, I'm going to let you lead the dance on WKHS today since you've been kind of controlling that one. That one's been your trade right there, Coin. Kevin in the house, what's going on, man? Good to see you in here. Let's go ahead and go over last week. What did we see? Just so we get an idea this week. Especially when, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we've had some days off. I'm trying to figure out what's going on this morning. And there's a lot, guys. I got a lot going on this notebook this morning that we have to go over. It's a little overwhelming, to be quite honest. There's a lot to look at this morning. Last week, I just want to point out, our leading gappers did not really sustain too well. I remember Friday, I was wondering where shorts were. Elijah, I left so much money on the table with Fran. Did you get the short on this? Dang. Yeah, I was wondering where the shorts were because all last week, FRA or every leading gapper essentially in pre-market that we were going over was failing. Do you mind telling us which broker you were using that had the shorts for them? Yeah, CMEG didn't have them, but yeah, this was a crazy good short. Nice short, Elijah. Killer. Yeah, you got that right in there. Yeah, what we've been seeing a lot last week is a lot of pop and drops. So these stocks are popping right at the open and then fading. It wasn't just FRAN, it was QLGN as well. That was the day before, and this is what we were looking. This was the day before on Thursday. We were looking at that as well. We were like, okay, QLGN, same story here. We were looking at both of these. I remember we said, wow, these look exactly similar. Spike to kind of consolidation. We should see a pop and drop and fade. So heck of a job there, Elijah. Nice work. The ones I traded a few, but the ones we had gone over in pre-market were BBBY and FUV. Those were not FUV, TUP. Yeah, TUP, BBBY. These ones essentially did the same thing out of the gates. These were these overbought conditions. BBBY, it's been testing resistance for a long time, so we're shorting into this pop and ended up fading this one on down quite a bit. And TUP, I missed this one. I was in like 3 or 4 stocks at the time, so I just ended up cutting this on the spike. Obviously regretting that very, very quickly. But it is what it is. Those weren't bad. These still are, at least BBBY. This one's still a play today. Really, this one's not even really, hasn't really left the watch list at all. Because look at this, guys. BBBY, once, twice, 3 times, 4, 5. It's still holding that 200-day moving average up slightly. You see these upper shadows here? I mean, this has certainly been serving as resistance. Now, it's trying to get it. This morning, it's going to open up around 11:13. Coin, you got GNUS for a nice win on Thursday. Elijah, oh, sweet. So you were with CMEG. You located them at 650. Nice work, man. Yeah, that's what you got to do. Nice work. Just, pull the trigger on that. So BBBY, I'm still watching this one this morning. Let's see if it's going to actually get that break or still try to, fail and come back under that 200-day moving average here. This morning, guys, the gap up watch list, a little bit light. We see LMFA, MYO. We got these low float stocks, 2 million, 3 million in the float. These stocks are, LMFA, this one made a big move recently. And we know what happens. We go over this all the time, traders. Up to 315. Now, what did it do recently? It made a big move up to 489. It's not going to sustain it. Not even close. Not even close. So that one pretty much already dead at the moment. MYO, this one's fading a little bit. You guys see this resistance line I have drawn. This is another stock up here in the gap up watch list. If we look left of the chart here and take a look at its past chart history, let's do this right here. All right. We look left of the chart a little bit. We are going to see tough resistance. All these upper shadows right around 550.60, 550.60, 550.60 here again as well. So that's what we're seeing. We saw this upper shadow this morning, got right up to 650. But around that $5.50 to $6 area, we are seeing a lot of upper shadows. It's going to be tough resistance on MYO. So that's why these guys have been playing these pops and fades on it. You see right here, this is a prime example. Pop up to this line, people are shorting it, and then continuing to fade it. Over here as well, pop up, short into it, and then fade it. So MYO, this is what these guys are doing right now. It did come out with some news this morning. Research finds MYO delivers meaningful improvements in motor function for brain injury patients. Yeah, so they did come up with some news this morning, but nothing to sustain it right now. So this is the gap up watch list. Very light, LMFA dead, MYO, this stock is kind of faded, dead as well. So where are traders going to go this morning? Well, there's a lot that has been going on last week, and there's a lot to look at. And I do think that several of these plays are going to continue to get some follow-through momentum. And despite a lot of these trades being way overbought, stocks can remain irrational longer than we can remain rational, is the quote. All right, so let's go ahead and just start jumping in. NIO, one of my favorite ones this morning. NIO, this stock, we were watching it last week as well. I do have shorts here at CMEG. That's something I do like here. What I don't necessarily like is the stock is really oversaturated in volume. You guys see this? Even in pre-market down here, we're getting like 200,000 shares traded a minute. I like kind of the quieter, easier shorts, personally. And there's like one or two this morning we're going to look at. None that I have shorts for. I may have to locate. We'll see how it goes. NIO, this one, we've been watching it for a while. It's getting way overbought off the trend. Stock, here's the trend that it's been on. 13 EMA essentially. And when it gets balled up off of it, it comes back down to it. Let's try this. Yeah, here's a clear idea of the trend. Yep, here's a lower shadow there, once there, twice, 3 times, 4, 5. So it's getting way overbought. You guys see these green candlesticks and all this volume coming into it? It's getting really overbought off of it. 1050 was resistance we had marked on this stock. 1050 way back here. So it is pretty much at all-time highs. Right when this stock IPO'd, NIO, it shot up to around 1380. So that's going to be its all-time high. But this stock is really approaching these levels. 1050, these upper shadows here, is now going to serve as some type of support. We'll see. We'll see how that holds on up. It was this morning in pre-market right in this area. So let's see what NIO is going to do this morning. I got shorts here. It's way overbought off the trend. It's coming up to all-time highs. NIO will give back, and when it does, it's going to be bloody. But we don't want to be FOMOing in too early to it, if you know what I mean. That's usually my problem. I spot these setups before anyone else does, and usually I'm getting into these way early. Or longs kind of continue to overextend themselves. So NIO, this is kind of what I'm looking for here. Just let's get this one back to the trend. 1050 is going to kind of be that first area. That would be kind of a profit target area because that is going to be resistance turning into support. But I want to see how this one's going to open on up. We do have tons of volume here, guys. NIO has got a lot of volume. So there's going to be trades on both sides of NIO probably this morning with that type of volume. So let's just keep that in mind. But this is one of our kind of leading gappers with volume, and what we have been seeing with these type of stocks are, such as FRAN, QLGN, they do kind of give back a lot. But some of these stocks that have been grinding like NIO for weeks, they have just been continuing to grind more, like WKHS. This stock absolutely nuts. This is why we have to be careful with front side of the move and have to manage our risk well. Because WKHS, this stock's nuts, guys. Like 3 weeks in a row, this stock has just been going straight up, essentially, from a couple bucks up to $20. It's an avoid for me. I'm watching it, but it's not one I'm going to be trading. And this is the same story with stocks like PLUG. PLUG, this one, getting way off the trend. Don't have shorts here, but look at the trend down here. 470 all the way. This stock, the trend's all the way down to like the $7, guys. Kind of formed a new trend, but it's a lot steeper. PLUG. This trend's a lot steeper than it's on right now. When they get steep, get ready for that pop. Yeah, I don't have shorts for PLUG, but it's not a bad setup. Another one I'm looking at this morning that's a little quiet, if you guys do have the shorts for, is SEED. Now, this one is on the bear scan watch list. A little bit lower in float. This means it is overbought, and this one's quiet. And that's what I like about this. SEED, this one's got no pre-market after-hours volume on it. Had a nice climb from 640 to 920 yesterday. It's opening right near its previous close. And not only that, it is right up near resistance areas. A couple upper shadows, one right here, another right here, and then way back on like a year ago. Or no, December of last year. So, yeah, seed, don't mind that one at all. If you guys have the shorts, I don't have the shorts there. One that I do have shorts for this morning, that's on the bear scan watch list that I will be looking for, is NUS. NUS, the stock way overbought on Friday. And this one has a clear high from Friday, 48.70. Was unable to break it. Nearly tested it Friday or Thursday around 11:30. And was unable to break. So this one's a little quiet this morning as well. I like that. I want to see how this one's going to open on up. This one is up quite a bit. From Wednesday at the close to 38, already up 10 points. Very fast move. Fast moves, weak trends. It is up near resistance as well on the daily 3-year chart. We are seeing lots of resistance coming in here around that 48, 49 area. Wouldn't surprise me if this thing maybe gravitated towards 50 at the open of the day. We'll see how it goes, but I like this setup a lot. I like this setup. The gap up, tons of volume coming into it, coming up to past chart history, resistance, and fast move. Fast move yesterday. I like that it's a little quiet this morning as well. So NUS, I want to be watching that one at the open. But this one, just make sure you manage risk well on it, because even Thursday on this trade, 30, 40, 50,000 shares traded, and it's fast. So you just got to size appropriately on it. If this stock's moving from like $45 up to $46 in the matter of a minute or two, just make sure you size appropriately on it, especially if you plan to scale into it. Now, Chase and Bass had a killer trade on BBBY Thursday. And pretty much essentially what we were going over. These stocks, oftentimes they do one of two things. They will either snap right out of the gates, or they will get a little bit of pop and then drop on them if they're already overbought. And so he had a killer trade. He was planning to scale into this 3 times. I saw his chart. I want to go over that in maybe a Friday night stream. He scaled in once, twice, 3 times, all the way to the top, and ended up working out. So scaling in is something I really like doing it. It allows you to be a little flexible with your entries, especially me, because I like to FOMO into stuff. So rather than doing a single entry, single exit, I will take that single entry and divide it by 3. And then to get to my single entry, it requires 3 different entries. Vuzi's not bad this morning as well if you guys have the shorts. VUZI, this one had a strong close last week into the close and ended up forming somewhat of a triangle here. And it looks like it's pretty heavy. It looks like it's going to snap that base support on Vuzi. So if you do have the shorts here, Vuzi's not looking bad. Also coming up to these highs around $3. See the upper shadow? Last time I had these upper shadows, it was followed by some red. Upper shadow here to 307, it was followed by some red days. Upper shadow to 330, followed by a couple red days. Now we got an upper shadow up to 306. Wouldn't be surprised if that was followed by a red day today. So on Vuzi. Not a bad short there. Really wish I had them. Could probably locate though. Not a bad one to locate. On VUZI. Already 9:17, guys. And there's a lot to look at. I do apologize for that. There is so much to go over. There's a few that are just absolutely going nuts that I'm not going to really be going over, such as FUV. I'm not going to really give an alert on this one other than it is overbought. I'm looking for backside on it. FUV. Here's the chart from $1 in March up to $8 right now. Similar as WKHS, just gonna be waiting and praying as a sniper. There's certain stocks, especially with very tiny floats, that I'm not going to be trying to get front side on. I'll be waiting for backside, and you can kind of wait for that death candle. When stocks. When stocks are going really fast, very fast, very fast, they're getting overbought, and then they have a huge sell-off. You'll see a huge red candle. And then right after that red candle, you might see somewhat of a rebound. And then kind of be shorting into that rebound is usually what I go off of. And then they normally form a descending triangle, which you can play. Descending triangles are awesome setups for some of these stocks that get overbought intraday. Yeah, so those are my favorite this morning. I believe NIO. Still going to be watching BBBY and probably NUS. Let me type those out. BBBY I'm going to be careful with this morning just because it's kind of opening up above it's kind of opening up right there at critical area. So on BBBY, we have been trading this one for the last week. I've been green on it every time. It's not completely fading, The stock is trying to hold these areas and hold on up. So it wouldn't be a bad idea to maybe play BBBY. Let me make sure I got shorts here. They've stripped my shorts a couple times. Okay, I'm good. It wouldn't be a bad idea to maybe kind of play off of last week, this high right here, 1145, because we have been seeing a couple upper shadows towards, and this stock has been getting a couple morning spikes. Last few days, honestly. You could even play the morning spike or just kind of wait. The stock the last couple days, you see this? Morning spike to fade. Morning spike, kind of the fade. And then last week, at the end of the week, morning spike to fade. So we'll see what it's going to do at the open. It's still kind of around the resistance and 200-day moving average. Going to be careful there. 1080 is its moving average. Let me double check that. Yeah, 1081. 1081 is going to be its moving average. So I certainly want to see if it's going to hold that area. It may. I'd be interested in shorting a pop up towards the 1150. If it sells off right at the start of the day towards 1080, that's going to be its 200-day moving average. So I want to see if it's going to hold that area up. I'm not going to be chasing BBBY on a short, I don't think. But 921, guys. Any questions? Those are the shorts I'm looking at. There's a lot of plays that are overbought this morning that I'm just kind of eyeing. I'll write them out. Overbought plays. There's a lot, guys. I didn't even go over a couple of these just because there's no play on them maybe today for me. I'm just kind of watching them. Yeah, those 4 right there are all overbought. PLUG, BLOP, FUVW, all of them. Way overbought. Way, way overbought. Couple other shorts are going to be FUV and VUZI if you do have them. Or not FUV. Seed. Seed and VUZI. Those are kind of the slower shorts. That I don't have shorts for. I'd have to locate them. But we went over those. They're nice setups. Seed here, kind of risking off a 920. 20 is the magic number. We go over it all the time, guys. And VUZI into that kind of descending triangle at the close of the day the other day. Wouldn't be surprising if that one snapped at the open. May get a little pop, but I'd be expecting a lot of these guys to be kind of closing out their positions on VUZI as it approaches their entries because we didn't get a gap up. They were looking for a gap up, didn't get it. See, we're already seeing some orders coming through, so. Yeah, Coin, as Coin said, be patient today. Don't be too horn to trade. Manifest risk. I could probably translate that, Coin, but I don't want to. I'm too lazy this morning. Yeah, it's going to be a good day today, guys. We just got to be patient. That's oftentimes the struggle when Mondays get here, is we're very eager to trade, and so we take bad entries, FOMO entries. At least I do. That's my problem. FOMO entries. But yeah, I will be watching NIO, NUS, BBBY right out the gates. Today, there's nothing really on the gap up watch list. So, what does that mean? There could obviously these chat rooms are going to pump something up. It's just a matter of what that's going to be. And a lot of those overbought plays are still going to be in play today, as well as SOLO. SOLO, that one. Let's see what that one's doing. That last week. Yeah, SOLO, that one's right down to around $4. This one has been a play the last few days, getting a lot of hype and attention on it. So let's draw our trend line here real quick. If we have one. Yeah, 350 is going to be support on it. If SOLO gets a snap out of the gates down to 350, won't be a bad scoop. Yeah. Once, twice, 3 times as resistance, broke it, and then we see in pre-market this one has been serving as really nice support. So 350, snap to it out of the gates, not bad. Now, I wouldn't be expecting SOLO to, have a solid green day today. I mean, this stock's already getting a little crazy, but as traders, we look for windows of opportunity. We're not trying to predict the future. We're not swing traders. Unless you get into something and then you just accidentally turn into a swing trader on a stock. Not accidental. I'm a baggie now, holding this thing forever. I'm a long-term investor, going to the moon. BL&K making moves. Yeah, up and down. Yeah, BL&K not bad either. That and SOLO kind of, I guess, similar ideas on both of those that I have at the moment. BL&K, this one's got a lot of upper shadows up towards, and this is why it's getting a hard sell-off right now. Popped up to 680. You see all these upper shadows up in here, guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Killer. Killer, killer. That's what upper shadows will do to you. They kill you. All right, guys, as Coin said, let's not be too eager to get a trade in. Let's wait for the trades to come to us, and we'll be all right. We will be all right this morning. 9:26, guys, trade safe. Elijah, I'm expecting you to kill something like you did with Fran last week. Awesome trade there. I'm jealous. I'm jealous of that trade. Killer trade. All right, guys, we will see you all tomorrow morning. Kill it.